All set, and away they go. In a Fix jumped outwards at the start, was one of the early leaders though. Together again is right up there. Presley being circled by Empress Game, and behind that Griffin Park also in a handy spot, followed by Circus Lights along the inside, racing further back, and that gives them 7 lengths start with Sky on Fire and Sebastian's Angel. 600 metres left to go. It's In a Fix, the purple cap, led it from Empress Game in second, then came Together Again in third, followed by Griffin Park and Circus Lights. Behind that, Presley, beaten for speed, got 6 lengths to make up. Sebastian's Angel is in behind that with Sky on Fire. 300 metres left to go. It's In a Fix, the leader. Circus Lights down the inside. Behind that on the outside, it's Empress Game, and then came Presley on the extreme outside. 200 to go. Circus Lights, though, hits the front from In a Fix. These two to fight out the finish. It's Circus Lights. That goes on strongly. Circus Lights beats In a Fix. Third, Empress Game. Presley was fourth. Together Again, Griffin Park, Sebastian's Angel and Sky on Fire. Well, they ran them very quickly here. In a Fix jumped outwards at the start, but had the overall advantage for Clint Binder and Calvin Habib. But here comes Circus Lights for Clint's good mate Grant Maroon. The colours of Sunil Devachanda in partnership with Grant here, bred at Ridgemont Highlands. Circus Lights, son of Duke of Marmalade, wins his maiden in his 13th start. Winning rider is Pillar Sandem Corley. That goes to Circus Lights. He's a rough result in the opening leg of the Pick Six.
All right, so a bit of an upset in the first leg of the Pick Six. This was paid just over 15 Rand a win on the totalised Zeta. Circus Lights, the 4-year-old son of Duke of Marmalade, becomes a one-time winner from 13 starts. Well done, of course, to the Devachanda family, to Grant Maroon, and of course to Mark Khan as well. Top ride by the man on my right and your left, being Filasande and Kholi. I thought a very good ride. You never know what you're going to get. You've obviously got that one-horse total protection. It's just luck of the draw. Is he going to jump? Isn't he going to jump? And I'm sure when you were standing in the pen, you thought, please just jump today, because then we got half a chance.
Yeah, you know, 100%. You always knew he's a horse, that he's got an ability. But our aim was to see him jumping out the pens. But obviously, he did jump out the pens, but he was a bit sluggish, but he was better than he used to be before. But before the fast failure, I always knew that I got the race, because when I felt him, I slapped him on the shoulder underneath. He picked up a little bit, but I didn't want to be in the rush. I was waiting for him. I was very patient, because I knew that he's going to quicken.
Filasande, did anything change at the gates today? I know that these horses can leave you without hair sometimes, but did anything change? I know that back at home they probably would have tried 1 or 2 things. Did you do anything differently?
Not really. Kacheri's been jumping him out, but I felt him going down to the start. He felt like he's a different horse. He was really, really fresh, and he felt like he's well. I was very confident with him.
I need to ask you about that horse Mount Pilatus a bit later on, because I see he's been backed into favourite now. Very nice horse. I've been watching closely in Durban. What are you expecting?
Yeah, he's a very smart horse. The aim is to jump also on him, because he's been the last 2 starts he's been jumping slow, but our aim is to get him to jump. If he jumps, then I know that he's got a big chance to win the race.
And Paisley Park, what are you expecting? Big price, competitive race?
Paisley Park has got a nice lightweight and he's got a nice draw, but I'm very worried about the distance. I think the distance might be a bit sharp for him, but I think the weight will help him a lot.
Filasande, you're riding so well at the moment. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, sir. I just want to thank Mr. Maroon and the owners for the continued support, and also thanks to my sponsor, Mr. Ackerman, Stone Stamco. Thank you so much.
Well done, Filasande.
Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, Willem Ackerman, he'll be very happy. Both these sponsored jockeys, Muziyeni and Filasande Mkholi, have been in the winner's box. Well done, Marky. Good to see you. Like I said, you were always at hand to go and see that this horse has come back all right. I mean, frustrating horse. I'm surprised you still got some hair left.
Yeah, listen, it's been a difficult time with this horse, but I just want to say well done to Darren Simpson, to Sunil Devachanda, and to Grant Maroon. You know, Grant's put in a lot of effort, as well as the groom Solomon and the other grooms. It's been a lot of work, and the starters, they've been kind and assisting us in the best way they can. So we're just very excited for the win.
You probably wouldn't be able to answer this, but I mean, what is it with these horses that just don't want to jump? I mean, if you could get inside, you'd probably be able to give us the answer. But is it just luck of the draw? You just got to hope that they come out and they want to run, Marky?
Yeah, listen, you can do as much work as you can, but if they don't want to run, they don't. I mean, a typical example was Total Protection. He came with history, and we tried very hard with him as well. We're probably going to give him one more go if we can. And this was today, you know, I said to Grant this morning, if he jumps, he's a big runner, and Grant and I both agreed because the work has been there. And once again, I've got to reiterate, Darren Simpson and Sunil, they've been very patient. You know, one has to show so much determination that you really want the horse to win. And for the Sunday, rode a great race. You know, it's always easy to say afterwards the jockey rode well. But if you go look at the race, he was in the gates and he got busy on the horse, and he never left him alone. He never gave him a chance to think.
Yeah.
And once he jumped, I just knew we're definitely going to run in the money. But a win is just, you know, it was a win full of merit.
And back at home when you school them, do they jump?
Unbelievably, they jump very well.
Yeah.
And it's so difficult. Even Total Protection, you know, back at home he jumps. We brought him to the course, he jumps. This was very fast out the gates, and yet there are those days when the gates open. I think it's a big match temperament, you know, and they see all the other horses around and the jockeys and the colours, and they decide we're just not going to jump.
Rattlebag a bit later on, what are you expecting?
We're expecting a good run. She's an honest filly. When one looks at the weights, we're highly disadvantaged. We're the only horse with not getting an allowance. And if you do a line through a collateral form line with most of the horses, then you'll see that we're at a disadvantage. But once again, I have to say she's a filly that tries her best, and she's very gutsy.
Mark, always good to see you. Like I've said, you're thriving in these conditions on the other side of the fence. Long may it continue. And if you can, also just send our warm regards to Grant as well.
I will do. Thank you very much.
Well done, Marky. There we go. And there's 5,000 Rand from Betway. And I'm sure the owners as well as the trainers, they'll enjoy that. Wonderful initiative. Good to have the guys from Betway with us this afternoon. I know that box has come alive upstairs. Thanks to everybody. And then the winning groom. We'll get the winning groom as well. Congratulations to the winning groom. I see the ROA has contributed 7,500 Rand to the connections. It's a must, guys. If you own a racehorse, please sign up with the ROA. That's what you get, 7,500 Rand as an added bonus. And then we're going to get the 1,500 Rand to the winning groom who does all the hard work thanks to World Sports Betting. Congratulations. Last word from him. Well done to you. I know frustrating times when you see the horse doesn't jump, but when they do jump, this is the result you get. Well done.
First of all, I just want to say well done to Pilasan. He ran like successful jockey. So he did jump for the first time, and he did a job good.
Super.
Yeah.
Good stuff. There we go. 1,500 Rand from World Sports Betting. All right, so that's how we close off race number 3. That was the Betway Aviator Maiden Plate. It was the first leg of today's Pick 6. Pull went to 570,000 Rand. I'll hand you back to the studio, and we'll be back for the first jackpot, which starts in race 4.